What did you expect coming here?
Coming to the Great Debate, I'm surprised that I actually do know.
I actually didn't expect it to be like such an enormous civic event.
I expected a little more heated debates.
Yeah.
A little more interaction, I guess, not just reading out the paper to each other.
The Great Debate was really split up into two parts. The Civil Expo and then the standard speechy stuff. The speechy stuff was scripted and I didn't really like it. It wasn't engaging enough. And the Civil Expo was probably the only redeeming thing about it. Because we're allowed to talk to these people and about their issues that they cared about. That they were really willing to do it. So although it could have been more effective, it was partially effective already at making us more civically engaged in the environment and understanding the agriculture and the water issues in our area.
At first I thought we were all just going to take turns, recite in front of a huge group of people, but I liked the atmosphere and the environment here. We just kind of all had the stand set up, and you just had students and adults coming and walking around, and you just the people that were interested come up, talk to you, and we just give our little spiel about it,
Like, I just watching the Great Debate, but it was really impressive. The students are trying to debating. It's really fun to watch for me.
It's definitely a good time, and I was kind of dreading it at first. I had no idea what to expect, but like I said, it's a great environment, and it's fun to be around here with the students that care about it. So it is a big deal, and there's a huge issue going on with the water and everything like that. So it's good to gather that information.
For researching for our project, I had no idea.
My favorite part was probably learning about the water tunnel and just all the information that I gathered from it.
I thought it's cool how you could get this many college students out here talking about current issues, especially what is huge as agriculture is.
Right.
And the thing is with agriculture and water is that those issues have always been there, but they're not. People don't like to talk about it because they're not fun to talk about, but they're needed to be talked about. So I didn't expect there to be such a huge turnout for it. And it was, to me, it was really great to just kind of see everyone getting involved and asking questions, and people kind of. There was another guy who was really involved in this discussion.
I'm not more civically engaged due to the Great Debate. I did learn a few things about water that might not have known before and might not have cared to think about.
You told me surface water and groundwater, I'd be like, what are you talking about? What's the difference? I mean, one's on the ground, one's on the surface.
The most difficult part for me was getting up in front of people and talking. It kind of seems strange, but I'm nervous in front of people.
My least favorite part was the presenting of the project, just because I have a very bad stage fright problem.
The hardest part about the presenting in class was probably just the nerve, like stage fright. Other than that, I mean, I knew what I was going to talk about, so I was pretty confident. It was more of just talking in front of people. I'm not very good.
First, I thought we were all just going to take turns, reciting in front of a huge group of people, but I liked the atmosphere and the environment. We just kind of all had the stand set up, and you just had the students and, adults coming and walking around, and just, the people that were interested come up, talk to you, and we just give our little spiel about it, But yeah, no, it's definitely a good time, and I was kind of dreading it at first. I had no idea what to expect, but like I said, it's a great environment, and it's fun to be around here with the students that care about it. So it is a big deal. There's a huge issue going on with the water and everything like that. So it's good to gather that information.
I expected a little more heated debates.
When I got to the debates, I was a little displeased, put it lightly. I haven't really seen much else to really to know for sure exactly if it's going to be all that I anticipated. Right now, I'm a little disappointed.
We worked hard, we met together, and we went over all this stuff already. We did it in class, we got that good criticism, so that was definitely reassuring. And then and like I said, I just did a little bit more research on my own, and it helped me out. I had the pros and cons, but then working with the group, they helped me out with all their parts, because unfortunately we were all able to be together. So we have people coming in at 10:45 now, so they just took my shift. But I basically kind of just took on their parts as well too, and just did the best as I could. So yeah.
Cool.
If you were to give a speech, what would it be about?
Probably environmental impacts of everything what's going on as far as the water and stuff like that.
Andrew Acevedo, Chico local, and I'm from Butte College.
Natalie. I go to Chico State, but I'm from Galt High School.
Genetically modified organisms. There's a whole bunch of pros and there's a whole bunch of cons. I can't quote me on this, but I was doing some research. It said about 80% of supermarkets have genetically modified organisms in them already. So, I mean, whether you like them or not, you're consuming them.
Did you learn anything?
And so that's why it kind of concerned me when I saw that statistic, and I was like, I want to learn a little bit more about this. So that's what we chose about it. The big pros: reduced maturation time. You can enhance the quality, the taste of your food. You can also withstand the harsh conditions which were unsuited before. You can go ahead and grow in those lands now. Then there's the cons where you're playing God, stronger bacteria, stronger weeds. And then what's pretty scary is kind of taking over law enforcement. They want to have like Avatar-like figures kind of go ahead and replace, law enforcement, military, and all that. So it's it's kind of a scary concept and a thought. But they said I think about like 2030 is when they want to go ahead and replace all that. But I mean there's so little research done on it. So the unknown risks. There's still so many out there. But we just had a little time and we got to get to know as much as possible with them.
It was very rehearsed. It was very looking at the paper.
I think that it was flawed. There's obviously many flaws to it. Some things like teleprompter debates are a big problem.
The Great Debate was just all about the kids, and your kids were going there to get a grade. So since they had to go, it wasn't a voluntary thing. So I don't think that it was very effective at all.
To me, specifically, I mean, I'm an agricultural education major, so anything ag-related is important to me. But I had the chance, I competed in the California Farm Bureau discussion meet, and that's one thing that we do in like the College of Ag, was it's like a fun activity you can go into. And it asks you basically like 5 questions like Great Debate does, and one of them was, how does H-2A immigration have an effect on agriculture? What's a fair and balanced immigration policy? And when I got down to really researching that specific question, I realized that it's right next to you. Like, I live across the street from a grape vineyard at home, and those are the people. I see those people every day. So it's not like it's shielded behind.
The goal of the Great Debate was to force the kids to be more civically engaged, hopefully to maybe dip their feet a little bit into to be civically engaged.
They had good information and stuff like that. It's just it was done in a very boring way.
I think there's a lot of different styles of providing information. So, I mean, I give a speech a certain way that other people won't. And that's just how I've been taught, and I've always been taught, like, when you speak, you do it this way. But I've also been, shown because of this event, we don't have to, deliver a certain way. There's different ways we can deliver it and still get the same results. That's one thing that I've learned just reflecting on it. I actually, when I gave this in class, giving it in class and giving it here was different for me. I got a really bad grade on this speech, actually. I got a C on this speech because I didn't cite one of my sources. So it kind of taught me, get your sources right, get your life together, and do it correctly, or else you're going to fail in front of a bunch of people. So it kind of helped me grow as a speaker, too.
First, I'd have to say that, yes, the Great Debate is effective. Bottom line.
It's a waste of time, in my opinion.
Our group had some communication problems, but we also went through it. We were really excited about this project and really caring about the water project, what we're doing. And so, yes, we did bicker and we did fight a little bit, but it made our project better. That was the important thing.
The Great Debate was really bigger than what I expected, and also it involved a lot of younger generations. So I think it's a really good opportunity to think about issues, what happened in our countries, and that's the key. I think that's the key to build better societies.
If we went back to not having this civilly engaging project, then we're worse off. We can learn about the issues, we can begin to care, and it creates a spark that can continue to grow future years. They did have problems, like some of the stuff being too scripted. that they can change and adapt to be more effective next year. And this allows them to improve and prosper. And if Chico goes back to not having this, then all the people who were involved and who would be involved next year would never get the joy of experiencing it. Some people might say, oh, wasn't that fun? But it doesn't have to be fun. Civic engagement is about being fun. It's about doing your duty. And that's exactly what the Great Debate did.